Fellas, I am crouched over, sitting over here in my garage. This is the first official video that I'm going to do for this channel. Just to give you my back end story, I've always been a Cadillac guy, a GM guy, an LS guy. If you know what they are, everyone knows what an LS motor is. Always been a straight line drag race, street race guy. Took my Cadillac CTSV, had a cam, pulley, my first one of two, to the local Autobahn, and never did that before. It was a blast. I got destroyed going in the corners, but would destroy everyone going in the straight line. So I just happened to sell that and came about this. I'm older now, so I don't like it loud on the inside. To be honest with you, I like it quiet. And at the same point, coming over from a GM car to this stuff, there's a lot of crazy price markups, you know, just because it's a supercar tax, if you want to call it, and my cheap ass don't want to pay it. So I did this REV9 exhaust. It was 900 bucks. It was a pain in the ass for the first time. And you know, I build custom motorcycles, Harleys for a living. I had a high performance shop back in the day. Did all the car, did engine swaps, all that. This was a pain in the ass, maybe because it was the first time. I don't know. Take this light back on. I can do it way quicker now, obviously, with most things that you can do. If you haven't done this exhaust, it's well worth it to do it for the sound, because it just changes the way this car actually sounds. You're not going to really be able to fully hear it in the videos. I've got a good microphone, a good camera, just because I vlog on my other channel for my other business. So you'll get a good sound than what most you'll hear on YouTube. But it changes it, I'll put it that way. But I'm going to give you my honest opinion. It does drone at like 3,000 RPM. So if you're cruising at 70, 80 mile an hour on the highway, it's pretty droney. So I think I'll probably rock this for a while and then look for a valve system similar to what a stock one is. And that way I can kill it quiet when I'm on the highway, and then when I want to get loud, I can, you know, throw that out, throw the valves on and make her scream. So unfortunately the GoPro cut out when I was doing the time lapse, so I don't have the full footage in there. The only thing I'm going to give you tips on, I'm going to try to, if this is for the install, it doesn't matter. The only thing that had an issue with, so you actually have in here, you can see, I'm trying to point, you have 4 screws. 2 are actually for the adjustment. Those 2 little ones are for the adjustment of the tail light. So I went in this blind. I didn't know what I was doing. There's 2 bigger ones was actually going to hold the bumper on. Those are actually held on by a plastic or a rubber ring that keeps the screw secured, because there's physically no way to get it out of that little hole right there. So when you're putting this bumper back on, those might get in the way without you realizing it, and it causes a whole bumper to get you know, ill-aligned, if you want to say. So just, if you're gonna do this install, man, all I gotta say is get someone else to help you. My brother helped me. You know, it was well worth it, just because this bumper is a beast. It is big. I don't know how these guys are doing it by themselves, to be honest with you. It looks, I mean, to each their own, I guess, if you wanted to. Other than that, what you call it, it was a headache. And then the other recommendation I can say is on your V-band clamps, which are your clamps at the, since I don't have, like I said, it's in the garage here. I'm just going to show you this style. So these clamps right here, which are coming from your muffler and going to your header or manifold, whatever you want to call it, soak those with some penetrating lubricant the day before, or at least a few hours before you go into it. And I would have a spare, they're 23 bucks from the dealer. Get a spare set of them. That's the only thing I can recommend, because we ended up breaking one. Well, we couldn't, it was a pain in the ass to get them off, just because there's no way to really pry them off. But then we ended up breaking a bolt, and it was a Saturday afternoon, and I actually went to the local speed shop, and they had V-bands there, so I grabbed them, just universal V-bands, and go figure I have a picture, I think I still have a picture, you'll see the thickness. So basically, their V-bands that you're using, all these turbo kits, the thickness was smaller than what the thickness is of this and this right here, so they wouldn't work, so I got screwed. So we had to heat the bolt out, and I was able to get another grade 5 bolt, and then I just ordered them from the dealer, and I still have that grade 5 bolt in there. I'm assuming those are probably grade 8 bolts that are holding it on there, the clamping. So when those come in the next day or two, all you gotta do is pop the intake off to change them, so it's not hard. So I'm gonna do that. But yeah, here's 6 minutes of raw, best we could do, uncut sounds. It was really windy that day, so it kind of sucked. But that's what the little fuzzy thing on the top of the microphone is for. So enjoy it. I'm gonna give my real life review on these cars. I'm a car guy, I'm a mechanic. A lot of these dudes that get on here don't have a clue about cars, and you know, that's just, seems like the way YouTube is now. So I'm gonna work on this thing myself. We blow a clutch out, we blow something up, I'm pulling the trans out, I'm pulling the motor out of this thing. We'll tear into it and we'll make a video of it. But most of the common stuff is already out there. Changing the coils, changing the exhaust, stuff like that. So I don't really need to make a video. So I'll just do some odds and ends. I did start a website which is called R8 Gang, so we're gonna have some t-shirts comes out, but I got my guy making us carbon fiber wheels, so that's gonna be here in 2, 3, 4 days. He finally finished them. We did them for me and 3 other people that have R8s on the Facebook page. So I'm gonna start selling those through him, because a lot of people don't want to deal direct with him. They'd rather feel safer over here. So I'll do an install video with the whole carbon fiber and all that, so stay tuned and subscribe to the channel and enjoy it. All right. And if you like motorcycles or Harley, go to F-Bomb Baggers. That's my YouTube page. That's my other YouTube page. So.
That bitch was nice, bro.
Leave it, just put it over, leave it in auto, and it'll do all itself by itself. Rev it once. What, louder? Alright.
That's how I did it, because it fucking gets the whole car coming.